So what you gon' do, when your pocket's low and empty, waiting on your stimmy and the bank ain't got no sympathy, look, money minute ministry. Tell me, is you feeling me? Collectors ain't no friend to me, yo. Pastor Hines, take this time, show you definition and the truth.
Hey, God bless you. Hey, welcome to the JLJA Ministry, Money Minute Ministry, JLJA Production. Hi, truly yours, Pastor James L. Hines. Hey, coming to the close of February. Today is February 26th. Oh, God bless you. Tomorrow's my nephew, Michael Hawkins' birthday. He'll be 20. Eager to get old. Wait till you get old. Well, hey, the Lord is kind. My last person I want to talk about is two people. My father being last, and today is by a man by the name of Lionel Johnson. Lionel Johnson. I want to read something to you that was said about Lionel Johnson, and then I'm going to share something my father shared wisdom with me about a man who couldn't read or write. It says, his imagination was shaped by what he had read in books and soaked in through television series Lost in Space. Lonnie Johnson. Now, you might not know who he is. He's a multi-millionaire, but let me tell you his story. Yeah, in the 60s, he took a standardized test that said he did not have an aptitude to be an engineer. Standardized test. Test that stopped some of our children from going to college, sharing their gift in athletics, and others was buying the test or paying instructors to let their children into the Harvards and Yales. Isn't that something? Roadblocks is for people who's trying to fight to be something. But I want to tell you, all of you that's going to be something have to fight. Lonnie Johnson was a fighter. He was exposed to a competition in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, the University of Alabama. 5 years earlier, the Governor Wallace would not let an African American enter into the university. He was defeated, of course, and Lonnie Johnson got in a competition, and he was the first African American to ever to win it. It was an engineering project. He won the project, and it is said in his book that the people said, now y'all have a good day now, when they found out that he was an African American who won it. He built a robot that is claimed to be the first robot ever made. Wow. Well, that didn't stop Lonnie. He went on to HBCU University, and praise God for that. He went to that university and majored in math and engineering, and didn't stop there. He got a scholarship through ROTC, another way that many of us have made it through the military, even though the Vietnam veterans did not get housing or bank loans. You ever heard of the word redlining? Where banks was instructed by the federal government not to lend money into that area where blacks live, the investment. I tell you, if you read, you can learn a lot. Now, this is where my father comes in. He said, readers will be leaders. I said, what? He said, son, most people who just watch TV have small houses and big TVs and a small library. Readers have big houses, small TVs, and a lot of libraries. Lonnie Johnson read a lot. He was inspired through television, Lost in Space. In the 90s, he invented something that it took him $15,000 of his own money down to his last dime. He was trying to share with the world what he called a water pistol. He invented it in his bathroom for his daughter. He talked a company in signing him, and they agreed that they could probably sell 100,000 of these. He invented what we now know as the big soaker, water soaker. Well, the company ended up selling 400 million of them. All I want to say to you is you have to be determined. You have to be inspired. Read up on Lonnie Johnson. Inspire yourself. Learn his story. An African American who didn't give up on his dream. You might be a her or him, but don't give up on your dream. Usually most people find themselves at the bottom before they start going up, because the bottom does something to a person. It makes them be determined. If you can handle the bottom, many of us can't handle the bottom, but those who can handle the bottom become very successful. Read the story of those. There's a good book that I'm reading called The Wealth Choice: Success Secrets of Black Millionaires. Dennis Kimbro, with the help of the Napoleon Hill Foundation, studied African Americans who had become multimillionaires. Remember, there's 724 billionaires. Only 7 of them are African Americans, according to Forbes. Well, money is not everything. Remember a word of Pastor Hines: money is a tool, not a trophy. Money is to be used and to inspire people for the betterment of our society. And so that's my investment tip today. Pick up something and go to reading. Encourage your children to read. That's what my father, the late Reverend Joseph Nathan Hines, did for me. He did not master to write his name Joe. But what he did, he had me to read to him every day and go over tracing his initials in my elementary books, Joe. My father had the propensity and the desire to make it. He was a man who built our home. We lived on 8 acres, 4-bedroom house, 2.5 bathrooms. He built it. Didn't know how to read the specs. Would say, that's a box, let's make a box. And me and my 2 younger brothers carried bricks in our wagon down the dusty road. I'm inspired by the late Pastor Joseph Hines. Every time I start off, he left something with me that I want to leave something with you. God didn't call you to be successful. He calls you to be faithful. And my prayer is that somebody will hear me today and be motivated that they can make it and make a change in a generational history. You might not get there, but the seeds you leave will call someone else. My father did not get a high school or a college diploma, but his grandchildren did. I'm proud to say my daughter has been admitted to upper level education at the Michigan State University, where she graduated in 2016 from, and now she's continuing her education. And so I say to you, don't let the journey stop because of resources. The resource that you need is in you, a determination and discipline. Whatever you're going to do, you need those 2 D's, determination and discipline. God bless you. Until then, shalom.